Alright guys, you're listening to the Out of Lives podcast. It's me and Bob. I love this show. You're going to love this show. Listen, love it, love life, yeah!
We invite a Fanny on the show, Dave forgets the gaming news, and we talk horror movies. We are Out of Lives.
You're in tune to Out of Lives. www.outoflives.net.
You can't handle the truth!
Hello and welcome to the Out of Lives podcast Halloween special. Today I'm joined by Kevin Tarn.
Hello.
And David.
Hello!
As well as a special guest, Reese.
Hello, everybody.
The only normal one.
There goes the immersion. We were trying something. But welcome to the spooky ween episode of Out of Lives, in which we have none. Okay, I'm going to stop that now before it gets weird.
That was pretty good, Scott.
What was it? You should start it like that.
Well, fuck you. So yeah, we've got a pretty chill week, as we always do. We'll talk about our highlights. So we'll start with our newcomer, Reese. Reese, what was your highlight of the week?
So this week I've been playing the new Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
And I played the one previously in France and literally hated every second of it. But this one, I think actually is back to some of its best. A lot of just new stuff, some fighting, and actually it's quite condensed as well. So I think they've got an eye on all the big headliners coming out. So they want you to complete it before all those come out.
How are you finding it with the two characters? Is it easy to swap between?
The only reason I figured out that you had to swap between them because my brother told me that that's what I had to do. I just thought it happened naturally. I had no idea.
Aren't there only like certain missions you can do with one character and then certain missions you can do with another?
Yes, so by the looks of things, it's Evie does more like the Eden stuff and finding all the mystical stuff that I'm not really that bothered in. I can't remember what her brother's called.
Keith.
Yeah, Keith. Right? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Just insert name here. He's more to do with the rooks and going around kicking everyone's ass, and I much prefer.
Oh, right, okay. So sort of like the brawler and the like stealthy one. Sort of thing.
Definitely. And I think Evie's more of the assassin. So when you do perks up, it's mainly she's more focused on the assassin stuff, where he's just really interested in killing people a lot more gruesomely, really.
Well, as long as it's better than the last one, because apparently it was full of bugs, wasn't it, at uni? I didn't actually get around to playing that, so.
But this one is there's sometimes where it's a little bit buggy.
I wasn't a fan of the last one either, and I wasn't really interested in this one, but if you say it's better, I might pick it up.
But I'd wait till after all the other I'd wait till early part next year. Definitely.
Yeah, when I said pick it up, I meant summer next year.
Yeah, it is good. I haven't really enjoyed it. Like today, I've put 4 or 5 hours in, and they've got a new grapple gun as well, so it makes going up high a lot easier than what it has been before. God, sometimes it was such a faff.
And Kev, what about you? What's your highlight of the week? And it can't be the KFC you're eating right now.
Or Destiny.
That's a point secret.
That's a good point. Yeah, it can't be Destiny either.
It's not actually Destiny. It's Game of Thrones. I started rewatching Game of Thrones this week.
All right.
And there's this YouTube channel called Blind Wave, and they've got this guy who's never seen it before. And what they're doing each week, they're watching an episode, then posting his reaction to it, watching it live. It's really interesting watching someone watch it again for the first time and seeing their reaction to the characters and stuff. So I was sort of watching along with that, but then I got into it and then I blew through the whole of season 1.
Well,
so have you never watched? No, so are you up to date now with what's going on?
Yeah, I'm up to date with Game of Thrones. It's just that it's been so long since I saw the first season, and there's so much stuff you miss on the first time watching it through as well. That I thought, hey, I'll just go back, watch it, and you do learn new things as it's going along. So I've been enjoying that.
That first series was so good, though.
Fantastic ending as well.
It's a bit like what's happening in Walking Dead, though. I think character-wise, it's got a little bit stale, the last series. Nothing too horrendous is happening. But actually saying that, Walking Dead, I
was just going to say that, this week was kind of a big deal.
Guys, you're ruining my highlight of the week.
Oh, sorry. Shut up.
Moving over to David.
Yeah, my highlight of the week was Walking Dead.
All right.
Surprise.
Yeah. No, I'm just so glad to have the series back on. So addicted. I just can't wait for the next episode. And I don't remember the last time I was like that with Walking Dead. Last season, I was sort of Yeah, it was alright. I keep watching it, but now I can't wait for Monday.
Well, yeah, but then this week's episode's about Morgan and how he got to where he is. It's not a
I don't care. I don't care.
I do. I'm like...
It's a 90-minute episode of his origin story, which I kind of interested to see anyway, as much as I would like to, no spoilers, obviously, like to see the aftermath of what happened last week, but...
I feel like the Morgan thing should have been a special before the season began.
So do I.
It breaks up the pace way too much, and that was my problem with the premiere. It's like, okay, you have this plot that could have been explained in 5 minutes, except you draw it out for an entire episode. Don't do that. Then the second episode was alright, and then the third episode actually got good again, and then we're going to a flashback again. It's like, stop it. No, it's not how you do TV. Stop.
Yeah, they should have done Fear the Walking Dead, Morgan's backstory, season 6.
Yeah. Like, knowing his backstory going into season 6 would be awesome.
Yeah.
Unless there's something at the end of this episode that means it has to go where it goes, but I doubt it. Like, from what I've heard, it is just an entirely Morgan-centric episode. So...
I've not really read ahead, so...
Yeah. And we went back, because Morgan's been intertwined at the start, definitely, but then he was in a town,
Season
wasn't he?
3, yeah. Like, will we see that again? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, we'll find out. And my highlight of the week, I have 2. I'm cheating. One's Halo 5, which is... Yeah.
What's that?
It's a video game. It's a video game. Although the story's not as good as it should be, it's still pretty fun, but the multiplayer's where it's at, and it was so fun. I think me, Ross, and two other people from the group, we were playing co-op, and that was really fun. It's such a good game. Like,
was Ross doing what he usually does and just dies randomly and then sets you all back?
No, because in Halo 5 you have a down mechanic where someone goes down, it doesn't just sets everyone back now. You have to go and rescue.
I bet Ross liked going down.
Wow.
We've heard about London.
I bet he did.
We're not going to talk about what happened in the hotel room. I'm past it, guys. I'm in counselling for it now. Okay?
Does it feel like the other Halo games?
Yes and no.
Well, I'm not interested in.
Well, okay then. Well,
because I don't like the other Halo games either.
Well, it's different enough that you should give it a try, but not right now.
I'll give it a go round about the time I try Assassin's Creed Syndicate then,
Yeah, fair enough. That's probably the best way to do it. And the other one is episode 4 of S.H.I.E.L.D., but we'll talk about more of that on a podcast that's coming up fairly soon.
Good, because I've not seen it and don't want no spoilers.
Nope, we will not spoil it. I won't spoil it on the show either. I'm just saying, it's the thing. It's good.
I'm glad
really
that show is really getting...
Season 3 is phenomenal. It's like one of the best shows on TV, by far.
Which is
it's like payoff for the last 2 seasons, isn't it? You know, because
really, yeah, that's basically what it is.
So I liked season 2, but that season 1 was a struggle to get through. It took me 3 attempts to get through season 1.
Yeah.
You sort of get to the point in line with Winter Soldier, and then it's amazing. But up until that point, that was a tough show to watch.
I think my housemate said it best, because obviously I love a lot of that procedural stuff, like the X-Files, where it's case-by-case week, and I love that stuff, and obviously coming from Joss Whedon, like, that's why I enjoyed season 1 a lot more than I think everyone else did, is because I like that case-by-case thing where it's a new mystery each week, and it's something to do with supernatural and stuff like that. I think that's why I can stand season 1 a lot more than everyone else. And I was like, oh yeah, I never thought about it like that. It's just because of the type of TV I watch. Like, the X-Files is all in my room, all seasons 1 through 9. It's pretty. I actually want to go back and watch it before the new season starts.
You better start now then.
Yeah, I know, right? I've got too much to watch. But yeah, that was it. That was our highlights of the week. Shout out to Ash vs Evil Dead, because that show is bloody brilliant. I'm halfway through the first episode and I am loving it. Oh my god, it's such a good show, guys. If it's on the UK, just watch it because it's so good.
I really cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Like, the first episode, without spoiling too much, because I'm only halfway through it, a doll comes to life and attacks him with a Stanley knife. It's fucking brilliant. I'm just like, yes.
So, is it a comedy then? Is it, or is it?
It's basically like a sequel to Army of Darkness. It's like straight up goofy, has a bit of horror in it, like. Then again, like, I'm used to Evil Dead jump scares, so it's like, I know what's coming. But it's still brilliant. It's still so goofy, and it's still just, the fact that this is happening, and it's already got a season 2, I'm so excited. It's so good.
Is there any tree rape?
Not yet. Could be. I'm not ruling it out.
I would be disappointed if I get to the end of the final episode of season 1 and there's not been a single case of tree rape.
Well, Ash is a tree. You can't deny that.
There is sex in the first episode. That's a thing. There is a sex scene.
Well,
Yeah.
you're poking my interest.
Well, there you go. But there's no trees involved. Obviously, the main bulk of this episode is talking about our favourite horror films and games. But first, we've got some news, so going to Dave with the download.
The download.
Well, I missed a really blatant segue there, because my first article is Ash vs Evil Dead gets a second season.
Well, it's news. It's good news. It's really good news.
But, I mean, that's quite impressive considering the show hadn't, at the time of them announcing this, even aired yet. That was based purely on fan response. So, but that's really, really good news. But, I mean, we've just talked about that, so we don't need to carry on.
Yeah.
The worst bit of news I have is Alien 5 is on hold. And we knew it was kind of... What do you mean, woohoo?
I know, no, I'm not. Like, it's not a good thing, and the only reason it's on hold is because Prometheus 2 is a thing.
It's a combination, isn't it? It's between, because Chappie and Elysium weren't received well, they're having second thoughts on that, especially Ridley Scott.
Well, Neil Blomkamp, because that's how you say his name, isn't it? He tweeted, Alien is kinda holding and pending. Prometheus 2. So I will be working on other things as much as I love... I can't say that word. Xeno? And
Xenomorph.
Lieutenant Rip. He doesn't say the whole thing, he just put Xeno. Laziness.
Fucking. That might be just because of the Twitter characters. You know,
it probably is, yeah.
Xenomorph's a long word.
I forgot Twitter has that sort of strange rule where you can only post a certain amount. But Prometheus 2 doesn't interest me in the slightest.
Nope. But Halo 5 did. Halo 5 interested me so much. Halo 5. Fuck! Alien 5!
I was gonna say,
I was trying to work it out.
I was like...
See? Halo 5. It's on my brain. It's so good.
See, they call him Prometheus 2 Alien Paradise Lost. So I can't... It's just like...
Can I just have Alien 5? Directed by one of my favourite directors.
Yeah.
Can we?
But, I mean, they plan on having 2 sequels after this one for Prometheus, so...
No!
This is just not going to happen, I don't think.
It's not.
We're not going to get the Alien 5 we've all wanted.
Yep. Thanks, Fox. You did a great job with that. Like, I mean, you did so well with Fantastic Four.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Yep.
I'm just curious, like, did you guys enjoy Elysium and Chappie?
Yeah, I loved them.
I did, yeah. I did.
I enjoyed them both.
Like, the end scene to Elysium is so beautiful. Like, the way they shoot that final fight scene with Chital Copley and Matt Damon. Oh my god, it's so inspired. It's so fucking good.
The main complaint I've heard about his movies are he's got too much of a political message from each movie.
I don't care. It's great stuff.
I know, I enjoy the movies. Even, like, people were complaining about... What's that? Is it Diane Wood?
Yeah, Diane Wood.
Yeah, people were complaining about them, but I thought they did alright in the film.
Why?
I didn't
It's
think they
set
were
in
too bad.
Johannesburg. It's part of their culture. It's bringing in people from that culture to help them thingy. Like, no, that's perfect for the story. Like...
I will say that there's some scenes in Chappie that I thought were a bit over the top.
Like...
You know, like, the slow motion bit towards the end with all the action, I thought, you kind of just... too far. Reel it
and
back.
they did rip off RoboCop a bit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Still, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I thought they were better than good films, so I don't know. Maybe just the American audience doesn't like his style of film, because he does use locals and stuff.
Because it seems like it's a lot of the American viewers and stuff that are like, I don't get it. And I think that's what it is, you know, because I think it's just obviously a different culture. A lot of people didn't get Chappie for what it was, because it is about, like, poverty within, like, it's about discrimination, and that's a lot of what Johannesburg does. It's like one of the most culture
segregated, isn't it? Yeah,
it's weird.
It's also about a robot stealing cars,
yeah.
which is the message I took away from that.
Also, it does help that I am a fan of Dee Antwoord, so the fact that they used their songs constantly through that movie just made me happy. But yeah, I really liked it. I mean, apart from the obvious, like, the one part of Chappie I didn't like was the obvious Sony product placement with the PS4s. It's just like, oh really? Really? Is that what you're going with, Sony?
See, that never bothers me, because I always think it, like, bases it more in real life when I see real life products.
Yeah, but when it's just Sony, and it's like, Sony is the one that does it the most, like, fucking Spectre. Not Spectre, Skyfall. I haven't seen Spectre yet. I know, right?
That really surprises me.
Yeah, any more news, Dave?
Yeah. Pom Klementieff. No, I don't know who she is either. But she's been cast as Mantis for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. not just
Mantis. Who's Mantis?
She's a guardian of the galaxy.
Is she?
Oh.
Is she
Well-
one of the? Oh, yeah, I think she's probably going to be Thanos' assassin daughters. One of them, maybe.
Well, Mantis in the
don't know.
comics is
A guardian. I don't know. Oh, well,
She was in. I've read a few, and she was part of one of the teams.
Oh, she's in part of. Oh, cool.
But I wouldn't, if only we had a superhero type podcast to discuss these things further.
I know, right? Coming soon. Coming soon.
And the final bit of TV movie news I've got is Walking Dead has been renewed for a 7th season.
To
Which
no one's
nobody-
surprise.
Nobody's surprised by that at all. So we won't even need to go into
Good for you, Walking Dead. You deserve it.
Yeah.
It kinda
think they
does,
do.
right? I think the original, like The Walking Dead does. Fear the Walking Dead can go and fuck off.
Really, I like that as well.
Didn't like it. Did not like Fear the Walking Dead.
It was difficult to watch.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was slow, painful. I was like, this isn't what I imagined it to be. And plus that kid, that
Oh, no, I completely agree.
no,
With that kid, who I didn't realise at the time, was actually young Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter. So there's a bit of trivia for you.
See, he's a cunt in those movies and a cunt in that one.
The problem I had with Fear the Walking Dead is they go, yeah, this is set before the outbreak, and then by episode 3 they bloody skip forward a month.
He was quite a selfish character, wasn't he, really, as well?
Well, he's a drug dealer. He's a drug taker. They're all selfish.
Okay. Right.
I only saw the first episode.
All you could watch is the first and the last one. I think you've pretty much got it, really.
And the fact that it got a
Pro tip.
second season, it's just like, really? Okay.
Yeah. So,
We're going to have this on the TV for more. Although I am interested in seeing that one about the thing that happens on the airplane or something. It's out or something. I haven't watched it. I want to watch it.
I was under the impression after the last episode of Fear that they were going to put that episode on the next week and then Walking Dead would come back, but it didn't transpire like that.
It is out though, I think. I think it's out.
it was an online mini show, wasn't it? It was airing in 90-second segments.
I
I mean, by now you'll probably find someone who's cut it together, but it wasn't a single episode.
Because
Oh,
the
right, I
plane
assumed
crashed,
it
didn't
was.
it, in the last episode as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, commercial one, yeah.
So yeah, let's move into the bulk of our show, which is talking about our favourite spooky ween movies. Well, basically just horror movies, I mean. But these are the films that you put on at this time of year, get spooked up. But the thing about horror is it's so broad and it has a range of really good movies and really bad movies. But your favourite horror movies can be some of those really bad movies. So I don't know, that's the interesting thing about horror
It's
movies.
very subjective, isn't it, horror?
Exactly. But we're talking about our favourite ones, and I'll start off with my list, and they're in no order, but narrowing it down to 5, these would probably be my favourite horror movies right now. It could change next year. But It Follows is on there, Babadook is on there, Cabin in the Woods, The Evil Dead remake, and The Conjuring. Right now, those are probably my top 5 horror movies.
The only one I've seen out of those is The Conjuring.
And The Conjuring's so good.
That is a fantastic film.
That's the only one I haven't seen.
Well, we won't spoil too much about it. It's James Wan, and just the way they build tension in that film, it's really good. It's
But you've got the Babadook in your top 5, so I'm not going to pay any attention to your opinions because they're obviously wrong.
I didn't think that film was that good.
The thing is, I'm a massive fan of leaving stuff to your imagination. Do you know what I mean? What's in your head's more scary than what you see on screen, which is why I like The Conjuring so much, because when it's building tension, I'm just like, fuck, something's going to happen. What's going to happen?
I didn't get that from that film because it did show the big
In
bad
the
in it,
end,
didn't it?
In the
Yeah, it
end,
still showed it. So
but all the build up to it, man, that's what it makes it. And the ending's left ambiguous. It's like, did this happen at all, or is this hair just gone crazy? It's just it's such a good movie. And
I would have liked it more if the kid, died.
Well, I mean, I think we'd all appreciate kid death. Right?
controversial.
I'm not an advocate for killing children, but that kid, oh my god! I was watching it with headphones on my iPad, and I thought, I'm gonna climb in this fucking film and killing myself if you don't do it soon. The acting is appalling. The bit when they're in the car and he's screaming, "Don't let it in." Is it in the car or in the house or whatever?
Yeah, it's in the car.
Where it's you hear the branches.
I took my headphones out.
But that's the thing.
No, it's not the thing. It's shit.
Listen, the kid's interpreting that as a bloody monster, but it could just have been branches scraping across the car. It's so good. That's what I mean. It's like there's so much depth to it. If you don't like it, I understand why you don't like it, but for me, it's one of my favourite horror movies. It Follows. Who else has seen It Follows here?
No, that's one that I really want to see, though, because I've heard nothing but good things about that one.
Amazing score, amazing screenplay, amazing acting, for one, because Jesus Christ, there's some of the stuff you have to act like no one else can see this thing that's walking towards you, even though there's Jesus Christ, the cast was so good in this film. It's not as much as boo in your face horror, it's just the fact that someone's always going to be walking towards you and it can take the form of anything and you'll never know who it is. And then if it gets you, it mangles you and kills you violently.
Isn't this...
What if you go across to another country that's across the sea?
It will still follow you.
Does it just walk underwater till it gets to you?
It follows, Kev. It follows.
I'm just curious if it walks across the bottom of the ocean, or if it catches a boat, or what.
It catches a boat. Wow. No, it just walks.
It's got a pilot license and flies its own personal plane.
That's what I mean. There's parts in the movie where they drive, they go out somewhere remote, and then it catches up to them, and then they drive back, and it takes a while for the thing to get back to them.
Yeah, that's it'd be easy to get away from that, because you could just time how long it takes for it to walk a certain distance, go a certain distance away, calculate how long you've got till it arrives, and then when it gets near, you just drive somewhere else.
But it's the fact that you'd never be, you'd never be able to relax, you'd never have a normal life if that's what you were doing, if you had to constantly keep moving.
Yeah, but if you travelled to Australia by the plane and he's walking there, you've got a good 6 months.
Guys, it's not what you take away from the film, right?
No, is this the one where the thing that follows is a sexually transmitted ghost?
It is sexually transmitted, yeah.
That's the part of it I like.
Ah, that's what you show your teenage kids.
Yeah, don't have sex or else a ghost will follow you and then fuck you up.
Oh, what's that film? Clerks 2. What's he called? The Pillow Pants. The vagina troll.
God, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. I can't even remember.
Oh, so good.
So Cabin in the Woods. I think you must have seen Cabin in the Woods.
What amazes me about that film is how many people love it and how many people hate it. I think it's great.
It's the thing is, it's a deconstruction of the horror genre. Rather, it's a horror film, and then it's this is what the horror genre is entirely. It's so good. I love it.
I think I might watch that tonight.
Have you seen it?
Have you not seen it before?
No.
Do you know anything about it?
Not really. No.
Right. Just
good.
Watch it then.
Yeah. The last 30 minutes of that film is something else entirely.
Well, basically, don't ruin it.
No, because that's the bit where people either love the film or then they hate it.
See, I went in thinking it was... Well, I'm not even going to say because it will spoil it.
Yeah.
Just watch it, Kev, and get back to us.
Yeah.
What about... Okay. Have you seen it, Reese?
No, but I'm a massive fanny, so something like...
So yeah, let's bring on the horror podcast. Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
It's not that scary, to be
lights
fair.
and guns. That's what I'm interested in, do you know what I mean? Not being all creepy and scared by myself.
Oh, you know what? I think I have seen it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, if it's the film I'm thinking of, I don't know whether to say it, if spoil it.
You can ruin it for me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I said people listening.
If people are listening, unplug your earphones for 10 seconds, right, from now. Is it the one where they go underground, there's all creatures in cages and stuff? Yeah, okay.
Plug your earphones back in.
Well, how are they going to know you said
can you hear me? Yeah, you plug your earphones back in now.
Yes, that is the one, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
So you have seen it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But it's ruined now, so I can't watch it.
Really, you're such a big fan, you might as well watch something called, I don't know, Chalet on the Beach rather than Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
So, has anyone seen the Evil Dead remake?
Me.
Nope.
Yeah. Amazing.
Is that
remake.
the one with the even worse tree rape scene than the one you showed me?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Did this one use sap or no?
Wow.
Yeah.
Reese just hangs his head in shame at my joke.
Just no.
This is such a rapey podcast.
I know.
Every week.
That's what
You
happens,
just can't
man.
let it go. He's seen it. It's traumatised him for life.
It has traumatised me, quite literally.
And so, finally, The Conjuring. We'll just talk about that briefly. Kev, agree? It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's based on the true haunting.
Ed and Lorraine Warren, yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and if you ain't seen it, you should definitely go see it. Have you seen it, Dave?
No.
You've really got to watch that film. It's really spooky. It's one of the spookiest films I've seen in a while, to be fair.
And this is probably the only one on my list that I will say is, in your face horror. Like there
Yeah.
is a lot of stuff that
Is it on Netflix?
it's on Amazon Prime.
I'd watch it tonight otherwise.
It's on the Tinternet.
You use the internet and you'll find it.
Yes, on Amazon Prime. No other illegitimate ways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could buy it on Blu-ray.
Oh, that.
Don't type Put Locker into Google.
I
Don't do
wouldn't.
that.
I would not
Don't do that.
No, don't do
Why?
that.
Why would you not do that? I mean, what? I mean, why
Just
would
no,
you do that?
that's illegal.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh yeah. Bad. Dave, stop it. We can see you doing it right now.
I'm fucking doing it.
And then I have just a few honourable mentions before we move on to your guys. I've got Alien Down.
Oh.
Like, that film traumatised me as a kid. The chest burster scene. I watched that way too... I saw that scene way too young and was terrified for a long time. I've got Grave Encounters down, 1 and 2. They're not good movies by any means, but they're so bad that I enjoy them so much and I can go back and watch them anytime. I've got Innkeepers down, which is just such a suspenseful movie. But
Scott's going for a top 10 here.
But a lot of people don't really like it. And then, obviously, Evil Dead 2, one of my favourite films of all time. The only reason I didn't put it in my list is because it's more dark comedy than it is a horror movie. But, yeah. So that's my horror movies. Kev, do you want to take it from here?
Oh yeah, I can do. So first off, I have to say it was so hard, like coming up with a top 5 and then because I actually put mine in the top 5 order of likability, and it took me ages to come up with my list.
Which took me 2 days.
Yeah, I kept chopping and changing it because I couldn't decide.
I
where
couldn't
to put what.
decide. I couldn't.
So my number 5 to 3 are movies that like scared me as a kid, but when I go back now and watch them, they are a little bit cheesy, but they're still quite scary. But if you ain't seen them, you should watch them. And my top 2 are movies that scared me as an adult. So my number 5 is A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Good call.
The original or remake?
The original.
The original. Don't even joke about
No.
I was going to say that.
The remake's never making it on anyone's list.
Well, list of shittest films.
Maybe.
Yeah, like it brought us Freddy Krueger, and you have to say he's like a proper horror icon now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Halloween.
Probably the most iconic, really.
Well, I mean, there's Freddy and Jason, and yeah, I think Freddy and Jason are the most iconic. I was about to say Michael Myers, but I was like, no, he's not. He's not as popular as Freddy and Jason.
Because I think the whole concept of him attacking you while you're asleep freaked me the hell out as a kid as well. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like it's the time when you're most unprotected, unaware.
That
really got to me as a kid.
Terrifying concept.
It is.
Just imagine him turning into a tree and.
Isn't there a scene in that where he puts his tongue through a phone, or is that a different one?
It's probably one of the 12 fucking films.
Yeah, that's disgusting, man. I mean,
They got really.
They
bizarre,
did.
though,
It
didn't
became
they?
Yeah, but
a bit
Dream
of a joke,
Warriors is
didn't
great. Dream Warriors is a great film. I think that was like number 5 or something. Like,
it?
But there was one. Sorry, carry on.
No. I was like, you can go.
There was one where the films were films in the film, and he was going after the director and the actors. That's when I started thinking.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
This is a weird. Was it Freddy's New Nightmare or something?
Yeah, I remember that was. Yeah, that was a bit.
It was just like, okay.
Is it Wes Craven's New Nightmare? That was. I think.
Oh yes, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wes Craven's
Because
New
it was
Nightmare.
his take on it. Yeah.
My mistake. Rest in peace.
That film was written and directed by Wes Craven. And a little fact for you, it was Johnny Depp's first movie. So that's one for the quiz. I hope it's not in the quiz, is it?
I'm just going to change the fucking. It's now a 5-question quiz.
So my number 4 is It. That one that gave me a fear for the rest of my life. To this day, I can't even go near clowns, and it actually ruined my childhood because it made me scared of Ronald McDonald, and I was scared to go to McDonald's as a kid and get my Happy Meal.
I want my Happy Meal.
It did. It ruined my childhood. It was horrible.
Have you seen it since?
No, I don't think I have. No.
I'm gonna. It's a bad film.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Something you go back and watch them as an adult, and they're not as scary and they're a bit cheesy. But when you see them young, it's traumatizing.
It's so long, and the pacing in it is just. I don't bother going back and watching it. They're remaking it though. You're gonna watch the remake?
Yeah, if I can get up the courage, because I hate clowns.
Do you want Scott to go with you and hold your hand?
I might turn into a tree.
If you come dressed as a tree, I'm just going to run.
Do you know what? That's what I'm going to do next year. I'm just going to go as a tree for Halloween.
People will be like, what are you, Groot? I'm just a tree.
I'm just a tree.
Just a tree. Winky face.
They're always just trees until you've drunk too much.
This is taking a bad turn. So my number three is Arachnophobia.
Ah,
I forgot about that film.
So I did try to get Scott to watch this, and he just couldn't get on with it.
I couldn't.
It's actually a horror comedy, but this film gave me a lifelong fear of spiders. And there's one particular scene in this film where there's like this dead couple on a sofa after they've been killed by the spiders, and as the camera slowly zooms in on them, this spider runs out of one of their nostrils onto their face. Yeah. And that image stuck in my head all through my childhood. I hated it.
That was one
I really hated it.
John Candy, wasn't it? He was the exterminator, and he went around with...
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I completely forgot about that.
He's in like a basement, and then like thousands of them just turn up.
Oh, God. It's horrible.
Gone.
I used to rewatch that film. It's been a very long time since I saw that.
Yeah, you should, man. Anybody listening should watch it too, because it's quite a good film, to be honest. I know Scott couldn't get on with it, but I think it's worth the watch.
I tried though. At least I tried.
Yeah, you did try.
Did you see Eight-Legged Freaks?
I know, I never watched that, no.
So it's like a more extreme comedy version that's actually quite good in a really corny way. You should watch that. If you like Arachnophobia, you'll probably like that.
Alright, well, I didn't like Arachnophobia. It scarred me. It traumatised me. But so my final two, you'll notice a bit of a connection between my final two, and these are the ones that scared me as an adult. So the first one in my number 2 slot is Blair Witch Project.
Ah,
classic.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely love this film. I mean, it introduced me to the found footage genre, and it's one of those films where you never ever see the big bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's always in your imagination. And I remember, because another reason it scared me was as a kid we used to go camping a lot.
Oh.
And you know, when you're a kid, you're lying in your tent, you're hearing all these cracks outside the tent, and you're wondering, what the hell is that, you know? And I think it really played on that.
A bit like the end of the Blair Witch is probably one of my favourite endings to a movie ever. Just the build up to it.
It's weird.
That's what I mean. Like I love ambiguous endings, especially the Blair Witch. Like just how that ends is so fucking creepy. Like they've already lost one of their friends. They go into this house. There's weird shit all over this house. The tension starts building. They're like, oh my god, I think I heard him in the basement. They go down to the basement, and then I won't ruin the ending. But oh my god,
you kind of just went through the whole scene now.
Yeah, but like the very end of the film, so good.
The film's been parodied. Yeah, so much that now it's kind of lost its original charm. But when it first came out, I agree.
It was terrifying.
It scared the shit out of me.
Put up a whole new genre, didn't it? Really, with the
it was the creator of that genre.
Paranormal Activity's got a lot to thank.
Talking of Paranormal Activity, my number one is Paranormal Activity.
Oh, Kev, no.
And do you know what? That's the only film that's ever made me turn the lights on during a horror film. Though the amount of tension that are in those scenes when they've got the night vision camera at night time and they're just asleep in bed, the amount of tension in those scenes, it's horrible. And I actually had to get up and turn my light on during those.
No, I'm going to defend Kev here and say I agree with that.
I like the first one. I agree with the first one. There is a lot of tension in it.
I can't stand the rest. The rest have ruined the franchise.
Just cash in.
Number one was amazing. It's like it's a lesson in suspension and tension. It's fantastic.
My favourite part about the first one is probably where the footprints start appearing.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm like, because then you just imagining what the hell this thing is. And then it turns out it's just a weird, shadowy mess, because thank you, Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension. You just ruined an entire franchise. Thank you.
I've not seen it, but...
Thank you so much. Well, no, have you seen the trailer for it?
No.
Well, the base is like this liquidy black stuff, and that's meant to be what the demon... It's like, what the
No, that's why I'll never watch that, because it'll ruin what that first film was.
There was 2 cuts to the original film. There was one that they showed
I saw
at
both,
the film festival, and then the theatrical one. The film festival one, I think, has got much better suspense to it. And there was no way they was going to make a sequel to that one. That's probably why they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I know why. Yeah, I think I know what you're on.
But I watched that. I watched that on a laptop with headphones in my first night living at this hotel, and it was like a building built 400 or 500 years ago. Crickety, honest to God, like I thought I was going to die. Like the bit where the duvet opens,
that's the bit that got me.
I was curled up into a ball at this point because fuck that.
Yeah, I didn't realise that was happening until like midway through that scene, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I didn't notice that was happening. I was really oblivious to it, and then I saw it, and I was like, "Oh no!"
It's such a shame that the sequels have tarnished the reputation of that film.
Well, they make so much money of it. Like the first film, it was made for maybe like like $5,000, and they've made millions upon millions upon millions on that film. So that's why they sort of milked it dry. But it will never take away from the first one for me, because that's just one of those films I'll always remember.
Unless you watch The Ghost Dimension,
which I'm not going to.
It was made for $11,000, the original, and I will tell you what it makes in a little bit. But I mean, watching the first film in cinemas, like as a wee 15-year-old boy, I think I was 15. I actually don't know how old I was, but yeah, like the door slamming scene got me as well. I spilled Lucozade all over me in that scene. That's one of my proudest moments.
I think that's what the thing that makes that film so good is the tension in those scenes, those nighttime scenes. They're what sell the whole movie, and it feels so real because that's why I like found footage movies, because you can sort of have suspension of disbelief and imagine yourself in that situation. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why they make my top 2, because that's the sort of genre I like.
Also, it's a lot of you don't know, like you'd never see the villain, so it's all in your head as to what's doing this to the people, which is another thing that's
why my number 2 and my number 1 are both films that you have to use your imagination for the monster, because what you create in your imagination is always much worse than what someone else can show you.
Oh, definitely. Less is always more in horror films.
That's got a lot to do with being an adult, though.
True.
You know, you're watching a film about, a zombie or whatever. You know it's not real, but the unknown is obviously a lot more scarier than
that's
Frankenstein or
philosophical. I enjoyed that, Dave. Nice one.
And it made 193 million at the box office.
That's
slight
ridiculous.
Profit,
that's why we got 4 sequels or 5 sequels. I mean, it is now.
5 sequels, I think.
That's my top 5. So who wants to go next?
I think we'll go to Reese.
So at the start, he said it had been about a bit subjective and ambiguous, and the fact I'm a massive fanny. So
I have to use the word fanny a lot to describe.
I'm trying not to use other words. So I did a top 5, and I ranked them in like the 5 sort of ones that scared me. So you've mentioned Alien before. The only reason I say that is I only watched it a few years back because I had to be a grown man to watch it. Because it was just terrifying, and it is atmospheric, and it's a bit like what we were just saying then, it builds up the tension, doesn't it? And it's very subtle at what it does, and then the last bit is just terrifying, and her being in that escape part, and it just oh my god, I turned the light on then, definitely, as I was walking out the room. But then what I did then was watch the rest, all the follow-ons afterwards, and some of them are just dross. Awful, awful.
I've only ever seen the original because I've heard nothing but bad things about the others.
Aliens is great.
No, watch Aliens. What?
I mean, Resurrection's my personal favourite, but
if you've not seen Aliens, Kev, you're doing yourself a massive disservice.
Really?
Yeah, Alien and Aliens are brilliant films. Obviously, Alien is a scarier film, as Aliens is a bit more action. But
Resurrection's good.
Well, Scott, you're on your own on that one. It's not terrible. It's not Alien 3 terrible, but it's not great.
I enjoy Resurrection.
I just don't think you can beat the first, so that's the thing, and it's probably a bit more like Paranormal Activity. It's very difficult to then make a better film, isn't it?
It's always harder to make a sequel.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why they went with Aliens. They went more action-based, because they thought we can't build the suspense on something the audience knows already.
True. So let's just make a war movie.
Yeah. No, Kev, watch Aliens. What's fucking wrong with you?
It is great.
It's just everybody I spoke to was like, nah, just watch the original.
I don't think anyone's ever said don't watch Aliens.
Well, they have to me.
I don't believe you.
Kev, you have terrible friends.
I got terrible friends, yeah. I need new friends.
So at number 4, I've got a 90s classic, Tremors.
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
Nice.
That's a good choice.
It's just, so it's like, so it's a deserted, like semi-deserted mining town. Stuff starts happening, things get weird. Turns out there's massive worms underneath the ground just sucking people from above. That sounds a bit odd. And then they're all disappearing and dying, and it was what have been about 7 or 8 watching it. Terrifying.
That's probably when I saw it as well, and yeah, I agree with you.
Kevin Bacon, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Automatically gets a 1-up in my book then.
They've just released a 4th one of that.
I was going to say, because actually we're talking about, having follow-ons from the films. All of mine have got follow-ons, really. So, but the first ones I think are always the best. Number 3, one it's terrifying, really bad. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Scary times.
That's on your list.
Yeah, little, terror. It's really scared me. But properly, number 2, which is kind of ambiguous, but not so much from my eyes, is Jaws.
Oh, yeah, you could class that as a horror movie, I think.
Because it is terrifying. I can't swim. Well, I can't swim anyway, but swimming in the sea, can't do that. And when I first watched it, I couldn't stand on blue carpet. That's how scared I was.
Wow.
That's, you know what? That's another thing. They couldn't actually show it in the first Jaws. They couldn't show the shark that much because
the animatronic broke.
Yeah. And I think that's another reason why it's so successful, because a lot of it was like in your own imagination. You only saw the shark now and again.
I think we're developing a theme here.
Yeah.
Jaws is one of my all-time favourite films, to be honest. It's just a brilliant film. I wouldn't think to put it in horror, but I can see. My brother still doesn't go in the sea to this day. Has not been in the sea since he was little.
Worst you'll get chased from in our seas is a bit
He's
of poop
30,
from the
grow
sewage.
And my top one, and I watched it when I was about 15, 16 in the States, and they said it was a comedy, and still to this day it freaks me out. Scream. On it, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's very funny and all that, but honestly, it terrifies me. And the mask, oh lordy, when I see it, I just want to punch people in the face. And
it's really popular now, isn't it?
Has anyone knocked at your door tonight with a Scream mask and you've punched them?
Well, they're not going to get no chocolate or treats off me. Well, unless you count a punch in the face as a treat. But I can see why people find it funny, and there are many funny aspects of it. But it's the fact that it was, spoiler alert, it was, they're part of their group and they knew, and it was all, knew them, and it just freaked me right out.
See, that's one of those horrors where I sort of looked at the comedy side of it, and I didn't really find it that scary.
I think the sequels had more comedy to it than the first one. The first one was, I think it's quite scary.
Wasn't that the first one where they, spoiler it, but they marketed it around Drew Barrymore, and then they killed her in like the first scene or something? Yes.
Yeah, she had the name on the poster and everything, and she was in it for like 15 seconds or whatever.
But it was a brilliant scene, though. Honestly, terrifying. And it's been parodied, hasn't it, so much as well?
Yeah, I mean, the villain's so iconic as well. It's up there with, hot on the heels of Freddy Krueger and Jason.
A special mention as well, but not so much the film, but the child catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
That guy right off. Fuck him off.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's me done.
Here. Yep, and Dave, finally we're bringing the movies back to you.
So, number 5, because I've put mine in order too, which is probably why it took me so bloody long. Number 5 is actually Evil Dead, but not the one that you picked, Scott. Mine's the original. Yeah. I could see that.
I've never seen the original.
Kev, I'm going to school you in movies, I swear to God. You mentioned the sequel, the remake. After watching Nightmare on Elm Street remake and the Halloween remakes and so on, I really expected the new one to be shite. But
it was really good.
It really did the original justice.
It was different enough to warrant the remake as well, I feel like. They did enough different. And plus, I know, I won't spoil that because that's probably the best. Like, if you've seen the original Evil Dead and you know the whole thing about Ash, the fact that how they twist it in the remake is so good. I did not see it coming at all. I was like, oh my God, that was so good. But anyway, carry on, Dave.
But yeah, I mean, I know the sequels and obviously the new TV series that's coming out has been more comedy. That first one, they went for horror to begin with.
But it does end up being... It is goofy.
Yeah, it gets really campy and whatnot, but it's great.
Yeah.
I watched it really young, so it did have scenes in it that really, hit me. So, that's just me. Number 4 is a film that I'm sure none of you have heard of. It's called The McPherson Story.
No.
Anyone?
Nope.
Right, well, the only reason it's on my list, because it's a fucking shit film. I watched it recently. Awful. The only reason it's on my list is because me and my mate watched it when we were 11, and his family his mum and dad, who was liked a little drink, were across the road playing cards at their mate's house. So we were alone in his house watching it. And it's a found footage film, but it's done in a documentary style. So they're having interviews with police officers and FBI and whatnot. So we thought it was real. And it's about a family that's tormented by aliens.
Oh, okay.
And they've got found footage and whatnot. But whilst we was watching the film, there was a strange sound coming from the front door. So we went to investigate, and there were these two shadowy figures at the door.
You never investigate, Dave. You never.
Well, yeah, you'd think watching a horror film, you wouldn't go and have a look. And, that scared us. And then they banged on the door, so we went and hid in the wardrobe. Anyway, we went back to finish the film, and we heard this weird noise coming from the back door. So we go and have a look, and there's these two figures again, and the sound of a saw. And the fuckers were trying to break in. I've been terrified ever since.
You're scaring me now.
Yeah.
Listen to it, you're scaring me.
Yeah. So that film, whilst itself was not that scary, because this was happening at the same time.
So someone was trying to break into the house?
Yeah, generally trying to break in the house. There was saw marks on the door and everything. We called his mum and they thought we were just overreacting, but there was marks on the door and everything. Scared the shit out of me.
Holy shit.
We didn't think two people are breaking in. We thought the fucking aliens are going to get us. So that makes my list just for that reason, because I've never been, to this day, that scared in all my life.
Just going off that as well. Did you guys see was it The Fourth Kind, the one with Millie?
Yeah.
See, now it's a very similar film to that.
Yeah, and that scene where she sort of, the video goes all staticky and she's hovering on the bed. Oh, that terrified me, that scene. Just that one scene.
Now, I'm pretty sure that the McPherson story and that film is based off the same urban legend, so it's a very, very similar story.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think the
What do you
Fourth
mean
Kind was
urban
that
legend?
great.
That aliens are real?
Well,
Aliens.
the same alien visitors.
Aliens.
The same occurrence that happened. So yeah, that's why that makes my list.
Right, okay.
God, my heart's beating just fucking talking.
Mine is. I'm a fanny, but mine is going.
Number 3, I've got Poltergeist.
Oh.
Because I've never been scared of a TV until I watched that film. That film.
2 is freaky in that, the old dude.
That's Poltergeist 3.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. The really drawn face.
Yeah, he freaked
Yeah,
me out as a kid. I hated him.
I'm pretty sure that's the third one. No, the first one was a bit more simple than the sequels, and that was, literally the house had been built on an Indian burial ground.
Spoopy.
And the ghosts were talking to the little girl, whatnot.
I watched a remake of that recently and it's shit.
I didn't even know it was out.
The only reason I want to watch the remake is because Sam Rockwell's in it and I love him to bits.
love Sam Rockwell.
Don't do it, Scott. It is terrible.
Is it that bad?
I knew it was coming. I didn't realise it was out.
Oh yeah, it came out last year, didn't it? Or was it this year?
This year.
Well, it must have made some serious waves then if I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to watch tonight.
Duh.
On legitimate reasons. Ways. Number 2, Child's Play.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I was debating that one on my list.
Yeah, this flip-flopped about in positions, but I actually just adore those films. I've watched them all recently. They're still great. The third one, not so much, but the rest...
I don't know, the third one has its moments.
Yeah, it ends in a toy factory and it's all a bit...
Did you ever see Chucky's Bride?
Yes. See, it's another series that went, after being, having the horror section, it then delved into the comedy. There was Seed of Chucky, where he had a son, which is just so over the top ridiculous. It's brilliant. If you've not seen that and you like Chucky's Bride, watch it. But then there was a new one recently, Curse of Chucky, and it's gone back to being a horror again.
Was it good?
Did it? It was alright, yeah, it was quite good.
I need to watch that, actually.
I would recommend it. If you like... Don't go in expecting it to be your new favourite horror film, but if you like the Chucky character and the films previous, it's worth watching because it's got some great scenes in it, it's got some great lines. It plays it as a reboot, but just watch it.
Chucky's like one of those films, like I was saying before, where you watch it as a kid and it freaks the hell out of you, but you go back and watch it as an adult and you see the cheesy side of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I completely agree. Like, I was terrified by Child's Play. And then I went back and watched it when I was, 13? And I was like, this is fucking alcohol fuel. This is great. Get drunk and watch this movie. It's the best thing in the world.
But I think for a kid to have the big bad monster being your
doll
toy,
yeah,
that's some terrifying shit. And then number 1 is the greatest zombie film ever made, Dawn of the Dead.
Remake or original?
The original, although I was going to honourably mention the remake because I do quite like that.
I actually prefer the remake. The remake over the original.
The only reason I prefer the remake over the original is because in the original they're blue.
Yes, they are blue. And there's one scene, if you go back and watch it, there's one scene where there's all the extras, and one of them, and he's at the front, so how they missed it, doesn't have any makeup on. It's just some fat dude.
Do you know what? I've only ever seen the original on a black and white TV.
Huh. That might be interesting watching it in black and white. It's like The Walking Dead. I like watching The Walking Dead in black and white.
Well, you had that a few episodes back, didn't we?
Well, no, that was just stupid. But the first 2 seasons got done in black and white properly, and it was really good. I really enjoyed watching it like that. It's because the comics are black and white. Oh god, the flashbacks in that first episode of season 6 was so annoying. Literally, I figured out the plot within the first flashback. Why did we need for the rest of the episode? I don't know.
But we wouldn't have these zombie programs if we didn't have George
Romero.
They were slow zombies though, weren't they, in the original? They were slow, weren't they? And then they were fast in the remake.
But it was still quite scary. Like there's a scene at the very beginning where a woman's talking to her husband, who's obviously become a zombie, and he bites her, and it's like that scene terrified me. I mean, my dad let me watch it when I was about 6. It's one of my earliest memories of watching a film with him. It's probably why it's one of my favourites. I've seen it 70, 80 times.
I love Romero's of the Dead films. Yeah.
On the remake, do you remember that scene where there was a zombie baby?
Oh god, and I love that. I love that shootout scene. Like that's so cool.
That was such a strange film. It was great. It was really, really good. That's a really good idea.
Do you know who wrote it?
Didn't he make a really crap superhero film recently?
He really did. Yeah, he did.
Anyway,
James Gunn wrote Dawn of the Dead remake. Just putting it out there.
Right. And my honourable mentions go to Gremlins because
classic movie. Yeah. See, that's a Christmas movie. I'm sorry,
it's the best Christmas movie since Die Hard.
So Gremlins 1 or Gremlins 2, people?
Oh, well, Gremlins
1.
I prefer 2.
Kev leave.
Probably in the minority.
Kev leave.
No, I like 2. I like 2 as well. I liked 2 as a kid because you had all the different kinds of Gremlins.
You had Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo, Gizmo.
I want a Gizmo plush so badly. I'm actually on Amazon right now looking for one.
Oh, Critters, that's another good one.
Yeah, because it was just stupid. You had the bounty hunters from space and everything. It was brilliant. And Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers.
That's one of those films, very rarely, where you get the bad guy winning at the end. And when that film ended and it was just the bad guy standing there with no corpses, I was like, and that's the end? They're just going to give us that? That was great. I remember it for that.
Yeah.
But that was the hardest top 5 I've ever had to make, I think.
And that's not it, because we've got the games to do. But first, a quiz, right, Dave?
Yes, I have a quiz ready. Let me just change my page.
Let me just change my underwear. It's time for the mother ducking quiz, yo.
Right, so, Kev, you explain the quiz rules.
The quiz rules.
The quiz rules.
So basically, Dave is going to read out a quote from a movie. And what we're going to do, we're going to have to guess the movie title, which is worth 2 points, I think. The actor who says the line, which is worth 1 point. Or the character of the name in the film that says the line, which is worth 3 points. And basically, he'll pick one of us to go first, second, and third, and we have to choose which one we want to go for, based on the points.
Cool.
Right, so I'm going to start with you, Reese, first, so that you understand the game and get a good head start.
Okay.
So, are you ready? The quote is, "You bastards, why are you torturing me like this? Why?" They're all horror films, I'll put.
All right, well.
So, I didn't know that you was a big giant fanny.
The film I know we're torturing, Hostel.
So you're going for the film.
Yeah,
name,
sorry, film.
And you're wrong. But good guess, because that's pretty good. All right, I'm going to throw it to you, Scott.
It's Evil Dead.
Are you going for the film by any chance? It is Evil
Dead.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was 1 or 2. And I was like, do I say 2? But no, it was 1.
Oh fuck! Can
are you going
oh god, you can get some payback on me here.
Can
I go for the character name for 3 points?
You can
Oh,
go for
God.
the character name for 3 points.
Is it Ash Campbell?
Yeah!
No, it's not. What? It's Ash Williams, played by Bruce Campbell.
Oh no!
Is his name Ash? I thought it was Ash Campbell.
In the film, no, it's Ash J. Williams.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure his name's Ash Campbell.
Right.
Is it?
I'm gonna Google just to find out.
It is Ash Williams, but I've always called him Ash Campbell because every time you fucking Google it, it comes up with the right things anyway.
If Kev, shall I give Kev a point? I'm gonna let you decide.
Yeah, he gets the point. Because I always called him Ash Campbell
It's a great guess.
All right.
because I thought it was named after, like, as in they've kept.
That's why I said Ash.
I thought you was gonna go for the character name. To be honest, Scott.
It's a good job I didn't because I would have got it wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Question 2, and I'm gonna give it to Kev. You sick fucks! You've seen one too many movies.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna take a guess at the movie title,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go with
2 points.
Scream.
Yes, you're correct. Well done. Yeah,
yes.
3 points to.
The tension.
I know. I paused dramatically. I've always wanted to do it. I was going to do an X Factor one and wait half an hour.
You literally hear me say "fuck"
Yeah,
and then who was right.
Okay. Reese, I'm going to go to you.
So I'll go actor.
Yeah.
I'll say Courtney Cox.
Wrong.
Oh,
It's not.
unlucky. Good guess.
Sorry.
Good guess.
Go over to Scott.
Is it?
Are you going to go for that? Are you going for actor?
I'm going for the actor. He was in Jericho. What's his name?
Oh, I'm going to tell you, am I?
Keep asking Scott.
It's Skeet something. I don't know his surname.
Well, you're wrong because it's Neve Campbell.
Oh.
She's only the main character. Do you know, whilst I was doing this, I thought this is going to be really hard.
I was going to say Neve Williams. Does that? No. All right.
No. Yeah. Neve Campbell. Not Bruce Campbell. Not Ash Campbell. Neve. Right.
Fucking, why is there Campbell everywhere? God damn it.
Right. Number 3, Scott. I'm going to go to you.
Okay, let's do
you
it.
ready?
No.
Danny. Daddy's home.
I don't know. Is it? Danny's daddy. I'm gonna go with film and say Child's Play, but I'm probably wrong.
Yes, you are wrong. You are wrong.
I would have gone for that as well, Scott, so you've taken that one out of the equation.
Well, I'm going to throw it to Reese again since he has 0 points.
Oh,
Film, is it The Shining?
It is The Shining. Well done. 2 points. Kevin.
see, now Kev can sweep it. Like, Kev can.
What was the quote?
Danny. Daddy's home.
So it's got to be the kid. And I don't know the kid actor's name or character's name. Damn it.
Okay, no, Kev, listen to the quote.
Why did you tell him though?
Danny. Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
Oh, okay. I'll go for the actor's name.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson.
Well done.
Yay.
Kev. Yes, 1 point.
Outrageous.
So I was seeing it from the perspective
obviously.
of like the kid saying it to someone. But
What? Daddy's
I thought it
home.
was Danny, D-A-N-N-Y. Daddy's
It is.
home.
Danny. Daddy's
What's
home.
the character's name?
What, the character of Jack Nicholson? Jack Torrance. It's just 2 more questions left because I kept it nice and short. Number 4. Who's not gone first? Scott, you've not gone first, have you?
I just went
It's-
first.
You just went
me
first.
again.
Oh, yes. Is it? Oh. This is an easy one. Your mother sucks cock in hell. And I'll finish the quote because I've written more than that actually. Your mother sucks cock in hell, Karis, you faithless slime.
No idea.
No idea, right, so, okay. Scott, you wanted to go next, didn't you?
No, I'm in second
No, hold on. He wants to go next, but I'm going to give it to Kev.
I'll go for movie. I'm probably going to get this wrong now. Is it Carrie?
No, it's not Kev.
I'm gonna go for movie,
Okay.
and I hope God I'm right. Is it The Exorcist?
It is The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Right, so the scores just before the final question is Kev's on 4, Reese is on 2, and Scott is also on 4. Bom, bom, bom. So,
Good down, Kev.
To make
Good
it
down.
fair, I'm going to go to Reese again.
No, it's not fair.
It is fair. Wait, all right. I'm going to go to Kev then. You ready?
Yep.
Adopt me, Miss Honey. You can adopt me.
I know this one.
Let Reese go first.
Let Reese go first. He knows it.
Go on
Well,
then.
no,
Reese.
the only Miss Honey I know in its film is Matilda.
So you're going to go for 2
Great horror
points.
movie, the horror movie classic,
Film.
Matilda.
Okay. I can point out you could have gone character name.
Yeah, I'll go character name. But I don't know what the
Right,
second
because that
name
would
is.
make... Doesn't matter. You going for character name, are you?
Yes? Do you want the full name?
No,
Oh,
just the first name.
it's character name, Matilda.
You're right, yeah. I will point out, the only reason I'm giving him the first name is because when I tried to look up the surname, I couldn't find it.
I can't remember what her parents...
It doesn't say. On Internet Movie Database, it doesn't say. Oh, I could have just looked up her parents' name, to be fair. Too late. I'm not a professional like Kev. Right. Scott.
Oh,
you gonna-
he's
I'm
wrong.
gonna go with film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Matilda.
So, Scott, you're going for Matilda for 2 points.
Yeah.
The horror film Matilda for 2 points. Scott.
Sure.
2 points, Matilda. The answer is... It's correct, yes, it's Matilda. Well done. So, throwing it to you, Kev, for the finale.
Sorry,
You know,
I've got.
all that's left is the actress name.
Can you wait a minute while I Google?
She's like the most famous
I
child.
know her
actress.
face. Does that help?
Oh, that's all right then. 1 point.
Daisy Campbell.
I'm sorry, Kev, it's not. No,
Shit.
it's Mara Williams. Well, Mara Wilson, even. The final scores are... Kev is in 3rd place with 4 points. Reese is in 2nd place with 5 points. And Scott's in the lead with 6 points.
Balanced on that final
It did,
choice.
Fucking Matilda.
If I'd had more time, I would have done more films, but I was cutting it
Can I just
short.
ask a question? Why was Matilda in the horror one?
Because have you ever tried to find quotes for a horror film that people would know? It's fucking impossible. Plus, Matilda, secretly terrifying film. Think about it. She's a little kid that can control things with her mind. That's pretty much the storyline of Carrie, and that's a scary film.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the original maybe, but the remake isn't.
Yeah, what?
I'd eat that chocolate cake. That was scary.
Oh god, yeah.
Miss
that's-
Trunchbull was fucking terrifying.
Anyhow, let's move on to the final bit of the show, in which we're talking about our top 5 favourite video games, and I'll start with you, Reese.
So it was quite difficult, really, because I don't... As you'd probably guess, I'm not a big fan of this genre. It's like the worst
'Cause you're a
podcast to
fanny?
be on. But
Fanny.
I tend to watch other people playing these sorts of games because I like watching them get scared. So some of the YouTube guys plays games. So my top 5 are watching them. It's a bit sad, really. But Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yeah.
terrifying. What a terrifying sort of concept and game.
And there's a movie being made on that as well.
Who's there?
Yeah, I'm directing it.
Yeah. Guess what? I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. It's good. 4 is Outlast as well.
Ah, yeah, good call. Good
Yeah.
shout. I like that.
And it's the teens react to watching it, playing it, and it's funny.
Oh yeah, I
Funny
watched that
as.
channel as well on YouTube. It's pretty good.
Funny.
Yeah, I
as.
quite like it. So.
And the 2015 game Until Dawn, great game to watch. You know, and you don't really need to play that game, do you? Really, you can just press buttons and decide and stuff. And it's just interesting seeing how it all went.
It's just an interactive movie, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, definitely. And it was really good, really good. And 11 drunk guys play Slender Man. Hilarious. Terrifying game. Not the best graphics or anything like that, but it is funny as watching them scream and everything. It's brilliant. But my number 1 I did actually play was on the first PlayStation. It was Resident Evil. And it was the one bit that stands out is when you're in the L-shaped room and the zombie dogs come out.
Jump through the window.
Right near
Yeah.
the beginning.
Oh my god.
Door simulator, more like
Terrifying.
Surprised you didn't say the zombie turning around. That still haunts me. Like the first time you see that zombie just turn around and be like, "Yo, what's up?"
But
I'm a zombie.
So
it's a lot like a lot of those
Yeah.
sorts of games, isn't it? There's not a lot of ammo, but you've got guns, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Dave? We'll go to you, Dave.
Yeah, I to be honest, I was quite surprised at how many horror games I hadn't played, rather than the ones I had played. But I'm going to start with number 5, the terrifying mess that was Resident Evil 6. The game itself wasn't scary, but, you know, it was just fucking awful. And that scares me.
That's why it makes the list.
It scares me because I think I may have lost my favourite game series to shit.
And how much did it cost?
I bought it on release day and everything.
Oh,
Special edition.
oh.
There was a little punch in the ballsack, that was. Number 4, I've actually gone with Evil Within. It wasn't particularly scary, but there were some bits in it that were quite some really imaginative monsters. I don't get scared playing games, so I'm not going to hold it against it. But yeah, I found Evil Within, quite weird. My real number 4, because actually Evil Within was number 5. I was joking about Resident Evil 6. Is The Last of Us.
Okay.
I suppose you could class that, yeah.
It's not particularly scary, but the opening 25 minutes.
It's one of the most amazing storytelling games ever.
Like I'm a massive fan of the game in general, but that opening 25 minutes is heart pumping. You know, you're running down that street and things are running and you don't know what's going on. It was brilliant. I mean, the rest of the game's not particularly scary, but I'm going to put it in
It's
there.
more it's suspenseful than scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is more suspenseful than scary, but it made me feel like I was there more than any other game, except for the next one on my list, which was Outlast. Scared the shit out of me.
There's a lot of jump scares in that one.
Jump scares, oh my god. There's this one bit where you sort of look through a window and there's nothing there, and then as you're pulling away from the window, something jumps up. I fell over.
Isn't there a bit as well in the kitchen where you walk in and then they just jump out as well?
No, the fucking thing's so scary, I've never finished it. Like, I want to sit down and play a nice relaxing game. I don't want to have the stress of this fucking horrible game. But it's
The best part
really,
of
really
Outlast
good.
is right at the beginning where you go past a guy in a wheelchair and you're like, oh, he's going to grab me. Then he don't grab you, but on the way back he grabs you and you're just like, fuck you, I knew it was going to happen, but you...
If you've not
fucking
played it,
shut
I
myself.
really recommend it. Such a freaky bloody game.
It's a really good... And they just announced a sequel for that as well, which we should have
really?
put in the news, but you didn't.
Well, you didn't let me get to game news, Scott, because you cut me off.
Well...
Anyway, number 2 is Dead Space, but I've got a feeling someone else has got it on their list, so I'll skip over that. And number 1 is actually Resident Evil, but Resident Evil 2. I think Resident Evil 2 is the best of the series, and it might be because I actually played that one first, but the bit where you're in the interrogation room and the dog jumps through the window, that's scary as shit, that was. So yeah, that's my...
Awesome.
I struggled with that.
We'll go to you, Kev.
So when I said actually come up with a top 5, I actually came up with a top 2, because I don't actually play that many horror games. So, and actually one of them's not even a game, technically. But number 2 spot is PT.
Okay, good call.
It's basically, it is a game in itself, isn't it? Even though it stood for playable teaser.
Well, but it's all we've got of Silent Hill, so yes, it's a fucking game.
I mean, that again, that was a masterclass in suspension and like doing the same thing over and over again with different results. It's like a descent into madness.
So good.
And I really enjoyed that. There's some good jump scares in that one as well. And of course, my number 1 spot is Dead Space, which I absolutely love that game. I think I played that game through like 5 different times on every difficulty.
It's so fucking good.
It's such a good game.
It's really, really freaky as well.
Oh yeah, like that opening bit where you just go into decontamination and then you're hit straight away by fucking necromorphs. It's like, okay, this is something completely different.
Another thing I love they do in that game is like some of the dead bodies, they will spring to life and attack you, but some of them
Then
they
you're
are
just
just
scared
dead
of
bodies, so
every
you
dead
never
body.
know. Yeah, you just never know if it's one of the ones that are going to jump up at you. You sort of approach it really carefully, and you think, "Oh no, nothing's happening." And all of a sudden, it will just pop up in your face.
Also, like the massive twist about like what happens with his girlfriend and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that's like basically you can't trust what you've been told through the entire game. It's awesome.
It's a psychological, scary monster
Yeah,
game. That's the best
it's
part. It's not just monsters.
it's the isolation as well, isn't it? Because you're this one character on this big ship.
Yeah.
and it's really good. Number 2 is actually pretty decent as well. I've not played 3, but that seems a bit too action.
I like 2. I wasn't a massive fan of 3, but I think the sound design in 2 worked quite well. There was bits where I was just walking along and something would hiss and I'd shit myself.
Well, I mean, 2 does something no game or film I've ever seen do ever before, is when you go back to the Ishimura in 2 and you are just expecting everything to go wrong, and for that first bit of that mission, nothing happens.
Yeah.
And it's literally PTSD from the first one where you think, and I've never seen a game do anything like that, and I was on edge for the entire thing of that scene. And obviously on the way back things does go wrong, and then it's like, I fucking knew it. But oh god.
What about the scene with the eye as well, where you've got the needle and you've got to control it into the idol?
That's still something I'm not over yet. I'm still not over that. Because if you fuck that up, it's one of the most goriest shit as fuck things I've ever seen. But it's a good list, Kev. It's a good list. You did good.
Yeah,
you got 2. So here's my list. Coming in at number 5 is Deadly Premonition, which is heavily inspired by Twin Peaks. And it's really, really good. It's really messed up. It's a bit jank balls. It's a little buggy, but if you can play it on PS3, play it on PS3 because it works better on PS3. And the enemies are just creepy, and it's really good. It's a really good mystery. Number 4 is Until Dawn, which basically takes everything about horror movies, tropes, cliches, blah blah blah, and then lets you play out a horror movie, which is awesome, and it has consequence. And I ended up our playthrough, we ended up saving everyone, even though
How many did you save? Yeah,
we saved everyone, but I really wanted someone to die. I was like, really want? I think it's Emily. I can't remember, like the really bitchy one who's with the. I really wish we did kill her, but we didn't. And then number 3, I couldn't decide between Resident Evil 2 or 4, so I put them both on the list. I kind of cheated, but 2...
Let's talk about 4.
Yeah, you talked about 2. 4, just... It is more actiony than horror, but there is some horrific stuff in that, like with all the tentacle monsters, the suspense of saving Ashley, the bit where... Is his name Lewis? I can't remember his name properly. Leon
Luis.
and no, like there's the agent, and then you're tied up, and then you have to do that roll thing for the guy to break. There's just loads of suspenseful stuff in it. You're chased by a boulder at one point. It's really good. I love Resident Evil 4. It's probably one of my favourite games. Number 2 is Silent Hill 3. A lot of people would say Silent Hill 2, but there's just something about a theme park with dead rabbits everywhere. Well, dead guys in like Roger the Rabbit, I think. No, it's not Roger. I can't remember the name of the rabbit. It's fucking terrifying. Fuck that game. Silent Hill 3 is terrifying. And my number 1 is Dead Space. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah,
Dead Space is just one of the...
I've just thought of another one that might be on all our lists. What about Bioshock? Would you class that as a horror?
I think some people would. I personally wouldn't. I wasn't a massive fan, though, if I'm honest. I think...
Like, the first time I played it, so when I first got it, I was a lot younger, and I was genuinely scared about it, especially in the barbers bit, and there's like a lot of creepy imagery in it. I would consider it a horror, yeah. And if I was going to consider it a horror, it'd probably be at number 2.
Same here.
Because there's just something about Dead Space which...
It just got it right, didn't it? It's just the right formula, the right amount of action. It's just such a good game.
I really hope the third one hasn't ruined any chances for a follow-up.
There were some rumours about number 4, wasn't there?
There's talk. I mean, the way 3 ended kind of like did ruin everything, but who knows? Like, EA, like they know Dead Space is there. They know fans want it. I mean, they got Visceral to do Battlefield, which was just a dumb idea because it just.
The saving grace of 3 that I did like. I know that they heavily, implemented the co-op, and that was one of the reasons it wasn't scary. But I did play through that with a friend, and when he was having on his screen, he's having these psychotic episodes where monsters are attacking him, and I'm like, "What are you doing shooting the wall for, you weirdo?" And like it did really interesting things with that. So as much as 3 is not the greatest game in the series, it did some things right that I would like to see again.
I'm going to stick a Resident Evil 5 on my list.
I loved Resident Evil 5.
I did. It was good fun.
It was great.
Me and my mate played through that.
I've done it on every difficulty with S rankings because it's just that fun.
It's fun.
Scott hates it as well.
It's fun. As a Resident Evil game, I hate it. But as a game,
it's not very good Resident Evil.
As a game, it's fun. It is a fun game. Although the mission, like the fight with Wesker and Jill, no, fuck you, that's annoying. I hate that bit. I hate that bit so much, especially trying to do it on the hardest difficulty. No,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, that sucks.
Oh, it's so annoying. So yeah, that wraps us up for this week. Our Spookyween special.
Spookaween.
Spooktacular.
Spooktacular, yeah.
The
there we
Out
go,
of Life
that's the name of the episode.
Spooktacular. Reese, thanks for joining us. Do you have anything to plug?
No, the only thing I'm on Xbox, Reese the Renegade, all one word. If anybody wants to add,
Don't bother his shit.
He's a fanny.
yeah, that's going to be my new tagline. He's a fan.
That should be a gamer tag. Funny.
The fanny. Coming soon. Kev, we'll go to you. You got anything to plug?
No, just find me on Twitter at Don't Shoot Tarney.
And Dave, yo.
Yeah, we've not long done a Star Wars podcast. It was just literally based on that trailer. So if you've not listened to that, I would recommend it. Except for Francis's awful audio quality, so I'll apologise for that now. The other thing, join us on Facebook because we are actually starting to post news and things again now that I have a bit of free time that's not covered in baby sick and poo. So like us on Facebook for up-to-date news. Well, I say up-to-date. I'm normally out by a couple of hours, but, you know.
I don't know. Lad Bible stole from us a couple of times.
They did in the past, yeah, so, yeah. That's I'm putting that on my CV.
You're actually who I check every day on the Out of
Yeah,
Life
we
to
are.
see what's new.
We are sort of working. There's a couple of other people coming on to help post games news, so I'm going to be focusing more on the movie news. But we should have 3 or 4 of us posting quite regularly soon. So yeah, like us, do it.
Awesome. And for myself, just the Real Radio show that's coming up. Please like the Facebook page for that, as well as Ward and Truman. We literally just did a practice session, and it ended up with a guy in a chicken mask. Yeah,
That's all the great parties.
definitely a face for radio. Definitely a face for radio.
Can I just say how intelligent this podcast was without Ross on it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
I mean, yeah, it was
we
really
actually,
civilized,
we actually
yeah.
had a good conversation without Ross saying something like dick or rape or something.
Wow.
single cunt.
I think we covered that earlier, didn't we? With the rapey tree.
Yeah, we got the rape out the way
That sounds
early.
good again.
Wow.
I think the swearing was like much less without him.
Yeah.
Fuck shit,
Scots.
bollock wank. They are just.
Yeah, we got it.
Hey,
We filled our quota. Yeah. So yeah, that's about everything actually. If oh no, one quick mention is again we're still probing for your response on Patreon. So please email. What's the email?
Out of Lives Pod. No.
No,
What is the
podcast
email?
at
Podcast at outoflives.net.
I
I just
think
remembered what Ross does.
there's a podcast email somewhere, and if you listen to previous episode, we got it right. So yeah, please email us letting us know about Patreon and what you think. And yeah, that was it. And we are Out of Lives. Thanks for joining us. Bye, everyone.
Bye, motherfucker.
You're in tune to Out of Lives. www.outoflives.net.
Can't handle the truth.
I've just realised I spent that whole podcast saying suspension instead of suspense. Shit.